So, Cammy, looking at your stuff here, the first thing I'm going to say right off the bat is that that I think your proportions look good, and you know that really looks good. And I want to show you some things that I did. The first thing I did is I created a multiply layer, and I used kind of a desaturated purple here because you had purple on the side of your face. So the problem you've got is your face is very flat, and that's due to the lighting of the reference you're probably using. But if you add a little bit of depth to the face, and this is a little bit darker than you probably want, but if you know, here I have a sharper edge here, and adding a little bit of depth there, I added a little bit of depth around the eyes, around the side of the nose, and around the lips, and that you see how that really helps define your face a lot more. So you can see that the face here basically goes from, you know, your left feature to your right feature, and so ultimately the features, you know, pop out a little bit more when you do add in that desaturated kind of mid-tone, and it will really kind of give you that warm feeling on one end and a cool feeling on the other. And then you were looking for a little bit more on the face, and so what I basically did was I used the noise brush, and you can kind of see a little bit of speckles, but that noise kind of helps break up the perfectness of the face, and so it gets rid of, you know, I used a little bit of the dark and a little bit of the light to create highlights and things like that. The other thing is I used just a hard round brush, and you can see here in the hair, just basically going through and adding in the hair kind of in a couple spots right here and right here mainly. That actually adds in quite a bit of more information in there and gives you kind of the development that you need to give you the realism of hair. Now you're doing fine with the hair because you're building it as blocks. What you just ultimately need to do is refine just a couple sections to pop out highlights and even add in shadows and things like that. And then the same thing here, adding in a little bit of highlight and shadows on the lip would kind of help give it a different texture and build up that form. And that's ultimately what you're trying to do, is show people form of the drawing instead of just the flat base. So, you know, just adding in a little bit more shadow, a little bit more highlights will kind of push you to that next level.